What's up, my friends? Hey, it's Brent Attaway, CRMX. I have a update for you, especially, hey, if you're a current CRMX user, you're going to love this. If you have a setter team, outbound dialing team, something where you're outbound dialing and you're using, or you want to start using the dialer inside of CRMX. Okay. So if you didn't know, there's a dialer tool in CRMX. You don't have to use it, but it's a powerful tool. It's already included in your features. That plus, texting and everything else. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through some automations I just built for you, and you can go ahead and just start using them. Do you have to use these templates I'm about to show you? No, but it's going to be a powerful thing for you to really segment your list and dial in exactly who you want to call today. So if you have a setter team, for example, the use case I'm showing you, this setup will allow you to say, let me dial everybody who the last outbound call was less than 3 days ago and has less than 3 outbound calls. And then you have a smart list is what they're called. If you haven't learned that yet, smart list is a segmented list that's dynamic and always updating. As long as it meets that criteria, people will show up on that list. Then you can go ahead and grab that list, throw them into your dialer, and start dialing fast, right? So it's really a productive tool. I'm just got this. We have several teams using the dialer, and they keep requesting and always wanting, hey, what's a better way that we can segment our list? How can we automatically segment our list based off of outbound, or also call dispositions, like if the call was hey, they're interested and we need to follow up, or not interested, or call back later, or they're already a customer maybe, or it's a wrong number, or maybe it's just bad or fake lead, just bad data, fake completely. Okay, so those are all these dispositions, but until now, there's never been like an easy way out of the box to just build all that, because everyone's kind of different. So what I've done is make some assumptions, and again, you can use this or not use this, but now you can have this and request this to be put into your account if you don't already have it, and you're able to use this tool. So how to here's the context so you understand. You have your setter team, they're dialing. I'm a setter right now. Let's pretend I'm going to go ahead and let's pretend I just dialed this contact. I'm in a contact record. I'm using the dialer. After I call this window, if I hang up on that call or end that call, this window pops up. Now, these things are normal. These are called call statuses. These have always been here in green. These blue ovals are tags. Those have not always been here. This is new. You can essentially now say this: interested, completed call, or not interested, completed call, or call back later, and whatever status down here, bad data, and so on, right? Many times it'll just be like, you'll get that beeping noise of, hey, this phone number has been disconnected or whatever. So you say bad data, did not answer, and you're off to the races to the next dial. But the point is this is a really fast way to both disposition what happened or what you want to do next, and the status here of what actually, like, hey, what happened when you made this call, right? I left a voicemail, busy, no answer, completed call again. Now that's cool. That's all you have to worry about as a setter. What's cool, the automatically magic is happening in the background for you, is what I've built. So let me show you now on top of what these tags will actually do and what they can help you focus on. Okay, so here's, if you go to your automations, right here, you can type in under your automations, and you can type in call or phone. If I type, you can search phone as well, but dialer and phone calls. This is just a folder, and it's going to have these automations. Some of them have been here. They're refined as of today. This is October 19th, and they're refined even more, but we've also added some features on top of this. So what will this do for you? First of all, this is just a quick tool to add people to the dialer queue, so you can do the bulk dialer, and it just dials quickly. It's like a speed dialing tool. And then I'll show you that in a minute. But this one right here, I want to draw your attention to, plus this called dispo, or disposition is what dispo stands for, tag manager. And then you have this dialer status updated. Go ahead and update what happened with some tags as well. In other words, segment. Remember, tags just mean segmenting. And you can do everybody who has, these 3 tags and not these 2 tags, or any combination of tags to create a list that you should dial or not dial. Okay. And then this is just a simple, hey, if you've missed a inbound call, then notify the team member that's assigned to that contact record. All right. So let's go into here, the call attempt counter, and show you how this works and what I did to update this for you. So all this does is the trigger is any outbound call from your system is going to trigger the following. It's going to increase this little counter bot. It's going to increase the outbound call field. It's a call count by 1. So if it has 0 today and you call once, it's going to increase it to 1. If it has 1 today and you call again, it's going to increase it to 2, and so on. And it'll keep calling as many times as you want. It's just going to keep adding a call to that specific contact record. So you always know how many outbound calls were made to this contact record. Make sense? Okay, cool. So that's a helpful stat to know, right? Like our reporting already shows how many total outbound calls were made by an agent, just reporting in general. But if you want to get granular and say, I want a list of specific contacts that have 5 outbound calls or less, then now this is what this will do for you. You can save a smart list that is based on, because now that we're counting that and adding it to each individual contact record, you can now pull a list based off of that criteria. Cool, right? Okay. Second is, I also wanted, this was a request too, is like set the last outbound call date. So in other words, hey, I got feedback from a client that says, hey, Brent, is there any way we can know the last outbound call date we made to these contacts or any contact? And I was like, well, yeah, but we got to set it up in the automation. Let me just do that. And I thought, you know what? Everyone needs that. It's not going to hurt to know. So you can have that requested to put in your account if you don't already have it. Okay. So all this does is, if I made the call today on October 19th, it's going to set that field called last outbound call date to today, October 19th. If I call tomorrow, it's going to set the last outbound call date to October 20th, and so on, right? So it'll just let you know. In other words, now I can pull a report that says, give me everybody who has a call count of 5, but also the last outbound call date was greater than 7 days ago, because I haven't called them in a while. So I need to call that list of people greater or between 5 and 10 days ago. It can be a between a date range. It can be an exact date. It can be less than, whatever. Okay. All right. And then this is just a note that does it just adds a note. So there is a timestamp on the note when the call was made. And sometimes that's helpful to realize as well. Okay. So this right here, this little simple automation is going to help you segment and create amazing, powerful smart lists already. The other one I want to show you is this dispo call tag manager, or the call dispo tag manager. All this does is it's essentially saying, hey, when one of these tags are applied, one of these 6 tags, go ahead and clean up the other tags if there are any applied. So essentially it's not allowing other tags to conflict with each other. Okay. So, hey, if they're already if they get the already a customer tag applied, this is just reading it. I know this is complicated. If you don't know workflows, don't worry about it. I'm just showing you this part here. If it says they're interested, then remove all the other tags, like not interested, wrong number, already, just in case they have those tags for whatever reason. And it does that for each one of these. And so that's already cleaning up your tags as well. So now you can pull lists, in other words, pull contact lists and smart lists based off of these tags, based off of the last outbound call date, and how many calls were made. And you can create really powerful segmented lists, so you can dial in your focus, pun intended, dial in your focus, or the focus of your setters teams, and really make some strategic smart lists that they can dial from each day, so their daily list meets this criteria. They only dial these people that meet this criteria. Their weekly list, or their every 3 days list, or whatever it is, that they have a list now, and they just click that list and dial. It'll look something like this. This is how powerful this can be. So by the way, everything I've shown you, you don't have to set up. It's done. All you have to do is come in and dial and click buttons and disposition. That's it, your team. But here's what it can be happening in the background. Let's say I'm just in a test with fake dummy data in here. Okay. So like all I would have to do is come in here. Let's pretend this is my smart list that I want to dial. See how these are fake smart lists? Like up here, you can make any daily dialing list. You have this one, there's nothing on it, but like, let's pretend I'm in a smart list. All I'd have to do is select that smart list, say select, it selects the first page, which of course I can change my page sizes and it would select however many are in there, but it's just 32 records. So I'm going to say, yes, I want all 32. I'm going to dial these all today, and let's go ahead And remember, I'm pretending like this is my segmented list that have less than, give me everybody that was less than 5 outbound calls total, and I haven't called them in 3 or more days. Cool. All right, so that's the list. Let's pretend this is it. It meets that criteria. I select all, and all I have to do is hit this little robot, and I can add them to the queue. You can type in queue, add to dialer queue or dialer. You just search, add to the queue, all at once, yes, add to automation. And that will show up in my dialer, which is up here, if you didn't know that, under your manual actions, and you hit let's start. I haven't added them, but if I did add them, there would be 32 or whatever, however many contacts I just selected. They would show up here, and I'd say let's start, and it will start dialing each one, and it'll pop up this contact record. I dial, so it would pop it up like this. I dial this contact record, and then after I hang up, this little pop-up right here says what happened. I give it a tag and a disposition and so on, and I move on to the next one. And it just sits there and speed dials the next person, the next person, next person. I can get through 32 contacts, segment them perfectly in a matter of an hour, or however fast these calls go, right? So really, really powerful tool. Hopefully this helps you. And I'm recording this on a Saturday, so getting to work for you on the weekend here, just so you can hit the ground Monday, working hard and getting your setter and outbound teams going. If you want to try this out just for fun and you don't have a team, go ahead and try it out. I think you'll enjoy it. If you don't see it in your account for some reason, just request support and we'll help you out. Thanks.